Welcome back everybody to the Search Show 24/7. This is Legend of Korra, Book 2, Episode 3, entitled Civil Wars. So, let's get right into it. Alright guys, Episode 3, entitled Civil Wars. Now, this was a very great episode for me. It wasn't really action-packed or anything like that, and I'm okay with that. I know I saw a lot of people who were kind of upset about the first two episodes of Legend of Korra. There wasn't enough action and stuff. I didn't like certain things, but you got to realize, like, it is a brand new season, so you got to build up to to the big climax and stuff like that. So I was okay with that, and episode 3, it still gave me stuff that I enjoyed about the first two episodes. It had a lot of character developments, just a lot more interaction with brand new characters who I'm really starting to like and stuff. So with that being said, like I said, I really just enjoyed that about this episode. I didn't really care too much about the action, and I'm a big action fan when it comes to Legend of Korra because they do it so well. But the Civil Wars one, it just brought a different element to Legend of Korra. Now, this episode really has to do with, okay, Korra is basically supposed to be get sent by her uncle, or her uncle tells her, like, yo, I need you to go to the north and open up the other portal. That way we can have balance with all the tribes and stuff, and we can all like come together as one, tribe and stuff. So Korra is trying to do that, but at the same time, her father and the Southerner tribe don't really trust her uncle. They don't really trust him. They think he has different motives, and they're not willing to let this happen. They don't like the fact that he brought all his like army and all this to with them. So they don't trust him. They don't really know what he's trying to do. So they're very reluctant to do anything he says, and they're not gonna like stand for it. And I really like that because you have two different tribes, and you have Korra like in the middle of it, and she's got to figure out a way to try to bring them together. And I like that. And it's this episode really has to do with like family and how to bring family together, how to rekindle like burnt bridges and stuff like that, just with the two tribes and with Tenzin and his family. So, and that's what I just really like, that you have these different parallels to one big story, and it all shows with great writing and just great voice acting. Like I said, the Southern tribe, they don't like the Northern tribe at all. It's kind of basically like an East Coast, West Coast, Biggie versus Pop type of situation, and you got to look at it like that because they hate each other. And Korra is, like I said, she's getting put in the middle of it, and it's not really helping the fact that she's got to be put in the middle of these two tribes, and the fact that she's really not even talking to her father right now because he lied to her and he kept certain secrets from her, and she's upset. And I like that. I know a lot of people, I read a lot of different comments from different reviewers, like other people commenting on other reviewers videos and stuff, and I read a lot of people saying that they thought she was acting all bratty in the first two episodes and stuff. No, you got to think of it like this. Korra is what, like 17, 18 in this show? She's a teenage girl. What teenage girl don't you know who have issues with their father, with their parents, who blow everything out of proportion, who don't want to listen to what their parents say and stuff. That's how I look at it, and that's what I like about it, because she's acting just like a normal teenage girl would act when they're upset with their parents. They don't want to talk to them. They want to do the opposite of what their family says. So that's what I liked about it. So I think if people look at it like that, you can see that she's not really being a brat. She's being like, she's a fictional character, but she's being a human, and she's being a teenager, and that's what I relate to, and that's what I liked it. So I understood, why she was upset with her father stuff. I didn't agree with the fact that she was upset with her father, because I understood her father's point of view and why he had to do what he had to do, because he wanted to make a different life for his family and trying to protect his family. So I really understood that, and I like that, but I like that conflict between them two, because it makes more of a suspense. It makes more of a, what is she going to do? What is he going to do? Are they Are they ever going to, you know, rekindle their relationship, and are they ever going to be back on the same page as they were before? So that was very interesting just watching that unfold. Now, we had like two very major plot points in this episode, but we had like a in those two big plot points or plots in this episode, we had like a little side plot that I really enjoyed, and that was with Bolin, his brother Mako, and him trying to figure out how he's going to break up with this crazy chick, you know, who's voiced by Aubrey Plaza, who's on Parks and Rec, which is one of my favorite shows, and I love her as a actor and as a comedian. I think she's fantastic. I didn't get to really shout her out in my first review, but I thought she was doing a great job as like one of the twins. And you know, I like the fact that that Legend of Korra always has, you have those serious moments, but they always give you a little sprinkle of comedy and stuff, and it usually has to do with Bolin. And I like the fact that he was so head over heels over this chick, and now he's realizing like, yo, this chick is crazy. She's like batshit crazy, like. And I like that he's like going to his, like, you know, his big brother, like, yo, you need to help me out. What should I do? His brother's telling like, yo, it's simple. Just break up with her. And he's telling like, it's not that simple. She's crazy. She's gonna freeze me and feed me to like the fishes and stuff. So I like that he's trying to figure out every single option to try to break up with her, but it's not gonna happen. I think he's stuck with her forever. But I'm glad that he has this right now, because I don't really like them together, because I really want to see Bolin and Asami. So hopefully she comes back into the picture, because that's what I really want to see. I think they'll have a better relationship. But for right now, I'm enjoying like this conflict of a relationship that Bolin's in right now, because it's very entertaining. Aubrey Plaza and her character, and how she has like how she tells jokes and how she says jokes, and when she laughs, and she tells Bolin to, you know, laugh at my jokes and stuff. I thought that was really funny and stuff, and that's just like her character like in real life. So it really showed. So I really enjoyed that little subplot to this phenomenal episode. Well, not phenomenal, but a great episode. Now the other like main part of this episode was another big family drama. You have Korra and her father drama. You have like the southern and the northern tribe and their problems. But the one that I really enjoyed, and I think I related to the most, was Tenzin and his brother and his sister, and their just conflict and how they can resolve that. I thought that was the most honest of all the most honest and most true of all the plots in this episode, and it really just got me to where I was like, yo, that's true. You know, I don't know anybody who's not fighting with their brother and sister, who always have issues. Everybody has issues. You know what I mean? Who doesn't have issues with their brothers and sisters? And I really like that you know, they show that in the show, and how Tenzin really thinks very highly of his father. Who thinks, you know, he thinks very highly, and he thinks his dad is just like up to this great standard. And you know, his brother and sister have to tell him like, yo, I mean, we love dad and stuff, and he's cool. He was the Avatar. He saved the world and stuff, but he wasn't that great like you make him out to be. You know, he was not there for us like you think he was. You know, he was always gone. He was always saving the world and stuff like that. So I thought that was interesting, because you have a character who we grew up with, or not really grew up with, who we took this journey with the last Airbender, and how when he grows up and how he becomes as a man. So I thought that was interesting how he was with his family, or how his family perceives him, like his, you know, his kids and stuff, how they perceive him now after he's dead and stuff. So I thought that was interesting, because we probably always thought that, you know, Aang, he was probably the greatest father in the world and stuff like that. But you know, his kids, or at least the two of his kids, he wasn't like the greatest father. You know, he had his issues, and that makes it more relatable, because he's not like this superhero of a dad. He's not super dad. He has its flaws, and I think that's makes his character. I think that makes Aang's character more relatable and more likable for me. I like him even more like that, because he has his faults. He wasn't, once he grew up, he knew that he had big duties and stuff, and he had a lot on his shoulders. So he probably had to sacrifice certain things. That's like being with his kids and his wife and stuff. So I understood that, and I like that part, and just the friction between, you know, Tenzin and his brothers, and his brother and his sister, and how they can't really come to terms with everything, and how they feel like Tenzin got most of the attention out of all three of them because he was the airbender, and how, you know, the older brother, he's the older brother, just like me. I relate more to the older brother than anybody because he's the older brother out of three, but he's always acting like a kid and he can never get his crap together, and that's kind of like me in this situation with my brother and sister, because I have a brother and I have a sister, so I relate to Tenzin. Um, Tenzin's you know, sibling, you know, rivalry and stuff. Like, I relate to that a lot, so I really enjoyed that. So hopefully they can come to terms, and hopefully they can figure something out, because they're at each other's heads right now. They can't really seem to agree on anything while they're still trying to find Tenzin's daughter. We can't forget that. Like, she's lost somewhere, and they're fighting while they're trying to find his daughter. So I thought that was very interesting, and it made for great, you know, entertainment, because it was like they're really fighting, and no one knows where his daughter is at all. So I thought it was very funny. Overall, I thought it was a great episode. The ending of the episode was really um, a great twist, and I think this is where it's going to start picking up, because now, like I said, no one really trusts Korra's uncle, and if you go back to my first review, I didn't really trust him that much, and you see, I think he's planning something, because the southern tribe tried to kidnap him, and Korra thought it was her dad, but then she figures out it's not her dad, and then her brother, I mean, the uncle comes in and still arrests the dad and Korra's dad and mom for, you know, attempting to, you know, assassinate him. So what does that mean for them? Are they going to get locked up, or how can Korra, you know, beat that? And how is she going to be back on her uncle's side, because she was really looking up to her uncle, and now is that going to turn Korra against her uncle, because now you basically locked up her father and stuff, and you can't be a great uncle if you lock up your own brother and sister-in-law. So he's a dick. He's an asshole. So it's gonna get interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Overall, I thought it was a great episode. It was a step up from the first two episodes. So I think if you keep sticking with it, it's gonna get better. It's that slow burn, and that's what I like about Korra. It takes time and it builds. So far, I'm still liking season one overall, but it's only the third episode, so maybe when we get to see episode 6, I might like this more than season 1, but it was great. What do you guys think? Please like this video, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought. And as always, guys, this is the Cirque Show 24/7. Be easy.